Yo-ho! Welcome, folks, back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am one more sheep yet again, and now look at this world. It's freaking huge. It is actually a very good thing they got these tridents marked out on here to find your way around, because otherwise, I don't think there's any way you'd be able to figure out how to get around this place. I really don't think you'd be able to without getting lost. It's just too big a world. It's too open, if you will. But everything is sort of laid out quite easily to find once you know where everything is. So it's just a matter of learning the areas. That's all you need to do. It can take a bit of time. Like my first time through this world, I was in this world for a good 3 to 4 hours. The first time through this game. Now I can beat it in about an hour, give or take. So there's that. But for the most part, this entire episode is just going to be traveling. We're going to be going from point A to point B, and be careful of this little corner by here. That alcove is a nightmare to get past, because as you can see, there was like a stream of water heading down the cavern. If you don't hug the wall, you'll be heading straight down the bottom, which means you need to go through a lot more backtracking. It's just a nuisance overall, and this is one of those levels where I actually recommend just avoiding enemies. It's rare that I'll say that in an RPG, but in this level, trust me, avoid the enemies, because otherwise you'll get nowhere. It will take you so long to get anything done. But just keep following the arrows until you reach Triton's Palace, which is right across there. Very nice view, if I do say so myself. Even though it's very clear that it's a 2D sprite, but hey, back in the day, it was standard definition. We couldn't tell that much, could we? Meh. Let's just go meet the king and see what's up in this underwater world, shall we?
That was too close. As long as I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Daddy?
Oh, Ariel! When will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Triton.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well, it's
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear? Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
Oh, poor Sebastian. So yeah, King Triton seems awfully negative about this keyhole. I wonder why. I seriously wonder why, because it's never explained why he's so against it. It's not in any other game, not in this game. They never explain what his big thing is with the keyhole. And you'll see him get a little bit more negative as time goes on. Kind of like in the actual film, The Little Mermaid, but he gets more negative towards a character and the fact that we hold a keyblade and stuff like that, so... I don't know, it's a weird little thing that they never really followed up on in the series, and it kind of bugs me that they never followed up on it, because I think it would have been a pretty good thing to follow up with. You know, it's something good to add a little bit extra to the stories. Unless Kingdom Hearts 3 answers it, which wouldn't surprise me if they decided to do that at this point. But then again, the series gets so convoluted after the first game, it's kind of mad. But anyway, see that rock down there? That is an actual entrance to an area of the world. And see that dolphin? Well, we're going to want to use that dolphin in a bit. But for now, let's just enter Ariel's grotto by swimming into it, shall we? So anyway, this is Ariel's grotto, and there's a lot of chests and stuff you can find in here, so I would advise you to look around. You see that little trading thing that's on the wall there that we just sort of swam past, not caring about? That is plot. I'm not going to explain any more than that. But basically we're going to want to look around here, and the music by here is actually quite a mellow song, actually. I quite like this tune that's in the background. Anyway, just go around here. You're going to find some puppies here. How the hell did puppies get under the sea? I have no idea, but there's a chest with some puppies. I believe there's a chest with a torn page in it, which, yeah, there is. And we're going to need to use that chest for the torn page later on, because, well, what can I say? We're going to need it, basically, for the book at Merlin's.
Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole. But the girl could prove useful, and I've got the Heartless on my side. Triton, my old friend, your day is coming.
Did you know? It's his birthday! Ah! But anyway, yeah, that would be Ursula, who's a very interesting Disney villain. She's always, like most of the Disney villains out there, are really hands-on. She's more of a businesswoman, and I don't know, I always liked that aspect of her character. It's always been really different. But anyway, that dolphin there, we do need to grab onto it as soon as the Heartless in the area are defeated, because I don't understand how fire works in the water. But basically, it's not explained at all why you need to do this, but you do need to do this. Otherwise, you won't be able to go to a certain area later on in the game. So just find the dolphin, grab onto his fin whenever he goes past. Try not to swim too much because more Heartless will spawn, which will stop you from being able to grab the dolphin. And yeah, you do need to grab hold of him right now though in this area, otherwise he won't appear in the next area where you need to grab onto him. I cut ahead quickly because that takes like a good 10 or so minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, more like 3 minutes of just swimming around the same area endlessly. Honestly, it's a bit more frustrating than it needs to be, and I don't know what the point of this room is. There's literally nothing in that room. There never is. I think there might be something in the clam, but it's not really important. I might be a portion of something. Who knows? Anyway, these bigger jellyfish Heartless as well that we can see swimming about. If you kill them and don't kill them in a certain way, I don't know what the way is, but if you don't kill them in a certain way, what'll happen is they'll split up into tiny other jellyfish heartless, which you'll also need to take care of. So they'll just split up the more you hurt them. They're not a big deal. Obviously, they're a waste of space, but just be warned. Just don't be surprised when they start breaking up and be like, haha, there's more than me now. Like some sort of Naruto character or something. But anyway, with that, that's practically it for this video now. So with that, folks, I'm going to call it a part here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time when we continue and swim along the underwater seas. And just try and figure out where the keyhole is and how things are working in this world. So with that, thanks for watching. See you after. Bye! And don't be sheepish.